Today is an important day for ICC, for Mind the Bridge, for Ghana, because as part of the For Better Business Together program, ICC will announce the first Center of Entrepreneurship in Accra, Ghana. And so I'm really, really pleased to have today with me Valentina Mintah. Valentina is the ICC Executive Board Member, beyond being the founder, former CEO of West Blue Consulting, and a gazillion of other things that she has done in her super successful life. And I'm also happy to host to this chat today Julian Kassum, that is the ICC Global Partnership and Development Director. So thank you a lot for being with me today and for this very, very important announcement and for this very, very important and special day. So, Julian, I will give you the floor to provide a bit of more of context of this very exciting initiative that we are announcing today.
Thank you very much, Alberto. It's really a pleasure to be with you today and with you, Valentina. I hope I wish we were in person with you in Ghana, Valentina, but of course it's not possible this time. We are with you in heart and soul, and we'll make sure to be present the next time it's possible to travel there, of course. So we are here to celebrate the launch of the For Better Business Together initiative, and in particular within that framework, that umbrella, the launch of the ICC Centre for Entrepreneurship, which we are planning for next year. And this is a very exciting initiative, one that is at the core of ICC's new mission. And I should say a few words perhaps about ICC, who we are and what we're trying to achieve. We've been around for 100 years now. We often refer to as the United Nations of Business, which is what we truly are. I mean, we bring together businesses from 130 countries to build together the rules and the policies to ensure that international trade and international business benefit everyone in every country. We are a very traditional institution, but for our next 100 years, we really have a strong intention to connect to the new generation of entrepreneurs. And this is why the opening of Centers of Entrepreneurship is one of our flagship initiatives for the century to come. And we want to do that in partner with all the local chambers, all the local startup ecosystems, all the local entrepreneur support organizations, and of course, governments in all areas of the world. And we're very excited today to have the first initiative started in Ghana, which we know is one of the most dynamic economies in West Africa and in the continent in general. And we're also very grateful to have Valentina with us on our global executive board. So we want to make sure that this initiative is a big success. Entrepreneurship, if I can say a few words about that, we know that especially in West Africa, but in other regions as well, there's a boom of population and young people entering the markets, which many economies are not able to absorb. And in the past, oftentimes the public sector was supplying jobs, or we had multinational corporations making investments and creating jobs. But in reality, what's happening is in Ghana, for example, over 70% of employment is supplied by small and medium-sized enterprises, and sometimes very small enterprises. So we really have a strong interest and ambition to support the small business sector, and also to support more entrepreneurs, and also to formalize the way entrepreneurs work and support them better. That's the real spirit of this endeavor. And we want to make sure entrepreneurship becomes a mainstream activity for people in different economies. We think that entrepreneurship is a lot of skills, but it's more than anything a mindset that we want to really encourage and make widely skills and attitudes that we can make widely available. So this is really what we want to achieve. We have a lot of partners we work with. We're not trying to reinvent what already exists, but to bring the most successful initiatives that we've seen in different parts of the world and to bring them locally, regionally, with local chambers and our local ICC offices. So perhaps we can hear a bit more about what we aim to do now in Ghana more specifically. And one important chapter here is the support for local startups. Ghana is really a hub of innovation for West Africa. We see a lot of opportunities that we'd like to support. Thank you, Alberto.
Valentina, can you give us a bit more detail what is happening today in Ghana and why it's so important?
Certainly, Jan. Thank you, Alberto. Thank you, Julian. And thank you both, and then also to the audience for joining us today. We are really excited to be launching the For Better Business Together program, which is the 4BBT program in Ghana. This is being launched by the President of Ghana and the Prime Minister of Norway, who are both co-chairs of the Sustainable Development Goals. So a bit of context. This is an announcement of global and local initiatives in Ghana to support the economic recovery and the sustainability of businesses for the future post-COVID. We know that micro and SMEs already face sustainability struggles, but with COVID, there's even more of a challenge. And therefore, this is demonstrating the strength of true public and private partnership to support entrepreneurs who drive the economic growth in Ghana and Africa and in most economies. Now, the 4BBT program is supported by the ICC, International Chamber of Commerce, and Julian told you a little bit about ICC, our organization, the UNDP, Business for Peace, and also the Ghana Ministry of Business Development. This program is going to complement a recent announcement that we also made at the UN General Assembly, where we launched the COVID private sector facility. Now, this facility was announced with ICC, UNDP, Global Compact, coming together and joining forces with DHL, Microsoft, and PwC. So once again, that's the demonstration of the public and private sector institutions coming together to deliver sustainable programs. The 4BBT program will have 4 pillars, which will support the local entrepreneurship and local ecosystem in Ghana. These four pillars would be the development of business trackers, SDG investment maps, future of business pitching and matching program, and the establishment of the ICC Centres of Entrepreneurship, which will be launched, put in place in April 2021. We'll be hearing a little bit from the components from Alberto. But this is a really exciting program, and we're excited about the partnership with Mind the Bridge on this ICC Centre of Entrepreneurship in Ghana, which is going to be the first in the region of Africa. Now, Africa accounts for around 17% of the world's population, and we boast of the youngest and fastest urbanizing continent. So the potential for business and international trade is enormous. Not only that, according to a 2016 McKinsey & Company estimate, there'll be 24 million more people on average living on the continent between 2015 and 2045. This presents a major increase in local consumption by consumers and businesses, totaling an estimated $4 trillion and a predicted $5.6 trillion in African business opportunities by 2025. So the potential is enormous. We also have the African Continental Free Trade Agreement, which is set to commence in January 2021, only a few months away. And this will present the world with the largest free trade area since the creation of the WTO in 1994. It is a really exciting time for entrepreneurs in Ghana and in Africa. And we're very proud to be having the Center of Entrepreneurship here in Ghana to ensure that we are ready with the necessary skill sets and tools to harness the untapped potential by truly knowing and embracing our local context whilst we also think global on standards and opportunities. The Mind the Bridge Scale Up Regional Report, which is one of the deliverables, the Scale-Up Program for selected startups, and the Open Innovation Academy for selected innovation leaders will provide the Ghana ICC Centre of Entrepreneurship with the perfect blend of local and global to ensure that our Ghanaian entrepreneurs and their African peers are equipped to take advantage of this untapped emerging national, regional, and international potential. So it is exciting times indeed, and we look forward to working together with Alberto and the team at Mind the Bridge, with Julian's team on the Centres of Entrepreneurship and ICC. And of course, we also invite other private sector institutions, local and global, to join us on this initiative to ensure that we set the sustainable path to recovering better together. So thank you very much, and we'll be hearing more about the practical aspects from Alberto. Thank you, Alberto.
Thank you, Valentina. And yes, it's really a pleasure and an honor to be involved together with ICC in providing contents and tools to this very, very exciting concept of Centre of Entrepreneurship. I think the goal at the end is very simple. We want to make a difference, and we want to help local ecosystem to scale and produce companies that might show the way to others. Because again, entrepreneurship is all about role models. And the more we are able to help local companies, local entrepreneurs to become successful, the more companies and entrepreneurs will follow suit and way. And that will have definitely what is produce a scaling ecosystem. And so what we concretely will put together as part of the concept of the Centre of Entrepreneurship. First of all, you can't improve anything that you're not able to measure. And so the first immediate goal will be to map the local ecosystem, Ghana, but also the surrounding region, to understand how many startups and how many scale-ups are already there. Understand what are the characteristics, understand the specifics, any potential industry specificity that we should consider, in a way that we know exactly which is the starting population of potential fast-growing company that we'll be able to work with. So this will be the first immediate deliverables that will be produced in a report that we typically produce for other regions of the world. It's called Tech Scale-Up Report, and will be focused on the region. And also the report will allow to provide comparables, because again, it's super important not just to measure, but also to be able to compare. And our ability to use an internationally recognized methodology will also help us to compare Ghana with other similar ecosystems, also to potentially identify some best practice that other ecosystems follow in order to scale up more rapidly. This is the first deliverable. There are two other deliverables that will be implemented down the way. The first one is to offer a sort of fast track for the best local startup companies, with the goal to help them to scale up internationally. And so we will identify together with ICC Ghana and ICC the most interesting fast-growing startups of the region, and we'll put them in our program that we run in Silicon Valley. It's called Scale-Up Program, to help them specifically to make the next step. And the next step is to scale up and to grow. So we'll help them to give them wings to become better, and so particularly to do it in a faster period of time. So giving them a sort of fast track to becoming scale-up companies. That is super important, because at the end, startups are beautiful, but scale-ups are the ones that are producing employment, revenue, and innovation at large. That's what we need to really support local ecosystem and allow it to become a better place to be. And finally, we need to put the right ingredients in place. And so we need to nurture the best local talents and to give them the tools to help themselves. And so we will identify the most interesting local talents with a background, with different background, but with them with the common goal to become expert in this new emerging area that is called open innovation. And so becoming people that are able to understand how to make an ecosystem work together and grow together. And so connecting the dots between the world of the startups and the world of the corporates, the world of the startups, the world of the investors, the world of the startups, and the world of all the other ecosystem players that are relevant for a local ecosystem. And so the best local talents from the region will be admitted to our program that we run in Silicon Valley. It's called Open Innovation Academy, where they have pretty experience ranging from 3 to 6 months, especially not just on training, also of internship, to have them to understand how to make these things in the best ecosystem of the world. And so when they will come back to Ghana and to the local region of where they started from, they will be able really to be able to support the ecosystem to grow. Another final word, and then I will leave probably to Julian to provide the final overall consensus, also the plan for the rollover of the Center of Entrepreneurship across the globe. So one of the interesting part that make us pretty excited to be part of this project is not just a single initiative, but is a system of globally connected initiative. And so the different Center of Entrepreneurship will be following the same path. And so we will bringing together and connecting together not just the local ecosystem with Silicon Valley, but will also connect the local ecosystem among themselves. So they will create down the way a network of international talents and international startups and might be able to even provide an amplified reach to the effort that we are trying to put together. So that is the global vision, and we are really, as Mind the Bridge, very, very excited to be part of that.
Yes, this is what is making this initiative unique. It's not just about opening a center in Ghana, but we are opening a suite of centers across the world. We started this year with Istanbul, where we created a hub of the ICC Centre for Entrepreneurship, covering the Central Asian region. And then next week, we're launching a hub in Beirut to cover the Pan-Arab region. And of course, now Ghana, and then afterwards, what our plans are to go to South America, and we're talking to the chambers of commerce in Colombia and Argentina and other places, so that ultimately we'll have a network of entrepreneurs able to work together, to also learn together. And I think this idea of bringing a class of startups from, for example, Ghana, Colombia, Indonesia, and Turkey together to the Silicon Valley is exactly what ICC is all about, is to bring entrepreneurs together from different parts of the world, but with a common aim, and to make sure that the best practices that are available around the world are being made accessible in different regions and different places of the world.
Yes, and just to adding a final comment here, actually, we are not trying to replace local initiative or to overlap in local initiative. We're trying to create a sort of international layer on top of them to be able to give them additional push and to put them in an international connection. So this is the real goal that we are trying to do it, to try to enhance, foster local initiative and give them the opportunity to scale up globally. So just to conclude our conversation, I will give the floor to Valentina for some final word.
Okay, thank you. So once again, going deeper into the program, this is a really practical, hands-on opportunity for entrepreneurs. And as mentioned, this is not to reinvent the wheel. In Ghana, we have a lot of initiatives that are going. Also in the sub-region of West Africa, there are great initiatives. So this is to build on the investments that have already been made, build on the initiatives, and ensure that we have a great alumni or a great network of entrepreneurs nationally in the region and also globally, leveraging on the ICC Centres of Entrepreneurship around the world, as well as participants of the Mind the Bridge programs. So this will give a really rich depth of network for our participants in Ghana and in the West African sub-region, where they can share ideas with their peers and also their extended network, which this will afford them. It also helps them share best practices, share challenges and solutions, profit solutions on how these can be solved, and then collaborating in general to ensure that this is a sustained partnership for business and for sharing best practices in the long term. So this is really exciting and is in line with our local global approach, as we always mention, where we will totally understand our local context, our cultures, our practices, empower with the tools and the skills so that we can work in collaboration with partners in the region and internationally. So we really look forward to the outcomes with Mind the Bridge, ICC team on Centre of Entrepreneurship, the team on Ghana, who are going to be key to ensure that we deliver fit-for-purpose solutions for the country and the continent for today and as a legacy for years to come. So we really look forward to this, and I look forward to our next our next conversation, where we will be looking at the impact and looking at some of the successes that we would have chalked. So great, and thank you, everyone.